Guys, before we get started on the demonic force of Valak, I just want to let you know of the 80s horror documentary In Search of Darkness. This is a project that I'm personally supporting, and I hope you do too. It's down below in the description box. You can see the Kickstarter. Please support this. I think you will enjoy.
Honey? What's wrong?
Mom. Who's that?
That being said, let's get on with the show and let's discuss The Nun, Valak. Valak is the demon force, an overarching dark presence in the Conjuring franchise. Though the demon is able to take many different forms, as he is a shapeshifter, it isn't clear whether the forms he is able to take is infinite or not. Due to his shape-shifting abilities, he has appeared in multiple movies in various different disguises. Throughout the movies in the Conjuring universe, the demon has appeared, to our knowledge, as the Crooked Man, the Nun, and an unseen force, Power, in the first Conjuring film. As the Crooked Man, Valak appears whilst reciting a warped, sadistic nursery rhyme.
There was a Crooked Man. He walks a crooked mile. The Crooked Man stepped forth and rang the crooked bell, and thus his crooked soul spiraled into a crooked hell.
The origin of Valak is one that dates back centuries and, ironically, is intertwined with religion, the demonic force that walked among us for centuries, taunting us, mocking us, murdering us, driving us to destroy one another, loved ones, and passers-by. In The Nun, we are introduced to a monastery deep in Romania, built by a duke who then became obsessed with dark magic and Satanism. The Duke, attempting to bring forth a demon deep within the catacombs of the monastery, he summons this force, at least in part, but he was stopped by the members of the Vatican, killing him and sealing the rift between our world and the demon realm with the blood of Christ. The monastery would keep this deep, dark secret of this abhorrent affair, and years would pass and the demon lay dormant, until of course our own death and destruction would lead to Valak being set free. World War II was upon us, bombs blasted, hitting the monastery hard and releasing Valak into the world, into the monastery. Taking the form of a nun to mock religion, to walk among them, Valak would take the lives of several nuns throughout the years. And flash forward now to 1952, Valak had continually slayed nuns throughout the years, to the point that only 2 had survived. Sister Victoria, with a key in her hand, commits suicide so as to prevent Valak from claiming her as a host body. After her suicide, the Vatican reaches out to Father Burke and Sister Irene to investigate the deaths. As their investigation pushed forward, Valak continuously manipulates them in numerous ways, from creating mass illusions of ghosts representing the fallen nuns and even taking the form of a young boy to torment Father Burke. The boy, incidentally, had previously died in an exorcism gone wrong. The torment and death continued. Valak buried Father Burke alive whilst luring Sister Irene into becoming possessed. The catacombs begin to flood, and Valak then tried to murder Irene by strangling her. Feigning death, Valak inspects her to see if he did indeed kill her. However, Sister Irene wasn't so easily killed and proceeded to spit out the blood of Christ onto Valak, permanently and severely burning the demon force. After this, the rift was thought to be sealed, forever banishing the demonic force. However, it wasn't to be, and as they left, a French Canadian is revealed to have an inverse cross branded on his neck. Whether this is Maurice now being possessed, we don't know. Flash forward to the events of Annabelle and we see a post-credit scene of Valak once more, roaming the halls of the monastery, this being a flashback to 1952. After this, Valak is then seen in The Conjuring 2, where it's revealed Valak is very likely responsible for Ronald DeFeo's Jr. murdering his entire family. Later, Valak lures Lorraine Warren to a basement in order to torment her with a vision of Ed being impaled. From here, Valak would haunt Lorraine. Valak would appear later in the movie though as the Crooked Man, changing from the form of a dog to the Towering Man. It does this whilst reciting a sinister rhyme. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. The crooked man stepped forth and rang the crooked bell, and thus his crooked soul spiraled into a crooked hell, murdering his crooked family, and laughed a crooked laugh. An epic showdown would ensue, resulting in Lorraine confronting the demon Valak and sending him back to hell, condemning him and removing his evil from this world. And so ends the story of Valak, or the story that we know of anyway. An interesting creation, but definitely one that has potentially outstayed its welcome, much like the demonic force. For me, anyway, it's one of those stories and concepts that was initially great, but the filmmakers then realised the potential profit and milked that cash cow to death, especially with the most recent film, The Nun, which has received both critical and fan backlash. But I wanted to ask you guys, what did you think of The Nun? And what did you think of Valak and the concept on a whole? Good, bad, indifferent? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news. And if you enjoyed this video, then please do hit that like button and give it a share. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I am helping to promote a documentary. You can find the Kickstarter link below in the description box. Check it out if you like and see if it's for you. If you want the chance to meet me, then I am actually going to be in attendance at the launch event for this documentary on the evening of Friday the 26th of October in London. If you want to find out more, please do follow me over on Twitter and I will be releasing more info close to the time. I believe it's a free event and you can just come along and we can do a meet and greet. Anyway, I've rambled for too long. I've been Mr. H, and I'll catch you in the next video.